Aloha Sutra Souls, the long-awaited videos of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. But before I introduce you to them, I'd like to honor two very important teachers who not only introduced me to yoga, but guided me on my own journey. And I met Taramala White, and she introduced me to yoga. Changed my mind that it was just a stretch and tone into something much, much deeper. And with her love, experience, patience, I later took teacher training from Bhavani Maki, that owns a studio here in Yoga Hanalei, in Kauai. And not necessarily taking part in the teacher training do we need to be teachers, but it deepens your practice, and that actually is where the first time I heard about the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And so these two teachers, of course now very dear to my heart, changed my life. And so I would like to open up the Yoga Sutras to everybody that would care to be part of it, to help them in their daily life, in their spiritual growth. And that's what the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali are. It's a spiritual journey. And Patanjali gives us a roadmap on putting one foot in front of the other, and some of the challenges that we'll meet along the way, and how do we accept those challenges, work through them, and understand them, and understand who we truly are. And so I'd like to begin with who Patanjali was. He lived many years ago, over some say 2,000 years ago. It doesn't really matter how and when he lived. It's just what he was and what he left us is the Yoga Sutras. And Patanjali was, back in the day, he was a rishi, a highly respected individual, but not only that, he was a grammarian, Ayurvedic doctor, and a psychologist. And he compiled the Yoga Sutras, which are short, terse phrases. Back in the day, they didn't have books or recordings, computers. Everything was Ravana, mouth to ear. And it was by repetition, and that's why as we go into the sutras, I would like to, each sutra is to pronounce it, chant it, and then with a translation. And he compiled these existing teachings into these short, terse phrases that we call sutra. Su is to join together, and tra is to transcend. And these sutras can stand on their own. They make sense on their own. So each word is very concise, very deep, and not something we smooth over, because there is a deeper meaning to each word. The sutra can stand on its own, and there's 196 of them, and 4 chapters. Or they can be rolled together like a necklace, or they can be just like a mala on a chain, where you just have the jewel of one. And they are like jewels, they're like diamonds, where you look at them and you see the beauty, but if you explore deeper and you turn that diamond, you see how multifaceted it is, and you get to see the depth of that diamond. And this is where it is and how it is in the Yoga Sutras. And so it's a spiritual journey, it's a guideline on our daily path, our spiritual evolution. How do we become happier? How do we understand? And maybe we've been here many times before, but we're here right now at this present moment. Namaste.